plus a pilot who can fly into the eye. Hurricane Irish stylish. Same shoe in different sizes with evidences of the mileage and the growth. Top hats and coats, tuxedos and throats where the bow ties post. Folks look past the lower class blower of the notes and tell unspoke jokes as they approach what she'll never be inside. But she holds. Really need. Very beautifully, very rated. Little battle raps for you. Little battle rap.
Here we are getting ready for this showdown between these two fighters. Should be a good one. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
About time, too.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Introducing first, it's Katie Taylor. She's 165 centimeters tall with a reach of 168. And she'll be facing Sinisa Superbad Estrada, 157 centimeters tall and has a 63-inch reach.
This is it. This is that fight. This is that argument. I don't know what to expect.
Introducing first, it's Katie Taylor, one of the best to ever do it, fighting out of Ireland.
This bout is scheduled for 15 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner. And now, from Bray, Ireland, here is a two-division undisputed champion of the world. Introducing simply the best, Katie Taylor. Fighting out of the blue corner from East Los Angeles. Here is a women's minimum weight and a women's junior flyweight champion of the world, Superbad Sinisa Estrada.
What a pleasure to be in this unique environment. Every seat has been taken for tonight's match.
All right, Todd, I love this place. The atmosphere is usually second to none if you get the right fight.
What a great venue and what a great matchup. Cannot wait for this one. Many said this fight would never happen, and yet here it is, and here we go. She's destroying her with that jab. She wasn't ready for that counter. That jab doesn't find a home. The straight right just misses. Nice counter shot. So much hype surrounding this big matchup as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And looking at corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They have elevated, lifted, it's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Nice counter shot. A perfect counter lands. Good job stopping that uppercut. Punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Can't land the jab there. Sinisa Estrada is hurt. Oh no, not a good sign here for Sinisa Estrada. Talking about Katie Taylor in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
Dominance, without a doubt, make it look so easy.
Okay, you're switching off now. I can see you switching off, right? You've got me.
Think about the defense on the end of what you do. Good work.
Once you're back out there, get your boxing back on. As soon as you start doing your thing, you...
Don't let her get back into the fight. Don't give her no free shots. Keep smart. Just keep...
And there's the bell to start round 2. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter brings a barrage of punches. They won't let you breathe. It's like fighting a hornet's nest.
A swarmer, a good swarmer, will get inside you like a bee. Like a bee just pickpocketing and stinging you wherever you leave yourself open. That swarmer is the worst kind of fight to fight.
They've got to use their jab better in this fight. Can't find a home for that jab. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counterpuncher smart.
Nice counter shot by her. Misses with the jab. Hook misses. A perfect counter shot. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Katie Taylor in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye.
Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Swing and a miss with that jab. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Caution is being thrown to the wind. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes on a billiard ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Nice counter. That hook doesn't score. Good counter punch. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Katie Taylor in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter.
On to the fourth we go. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They both want a knockout, you can tell. Punch, counter punch. She got clipped by that counter. Good counter shot by her. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. Beautiful counter punch. Well, Johnny, I know it's still early on, but have you been surprised by anything you've seen?
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
They have no respect for each other's punching power. Threw the uppercut, but did not score. Good counter punching. You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing them down. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Katie Taylor in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who. On to the fifth we go. She's coming off a fantastic last round. Let's see what she's going to do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
How about that time counter shot? As we burn through these rounds, this aggressive fighter continues to come forward, seemingly with endless energy, Johnny.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Jab does not score. Catch and shoot. Straight right just misses. She scores with that counter. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? They got out of the way of that right hook. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. You'd like to see more jabs. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Katie Taylor in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage. Let's start the sixth. The last round was massive for her, Johnny. How does she keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
The problem with having a chin that everybody knows if they hit you, you're hurt, you're gone. You've got to protect that, but you've also got to get your shots off. And they forget, you can bang too.
Can't land that jab. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. Well done with that counter shot. Beautiful counter shot. careful they don't punch themselves out here. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. Every time they throw a shot, they get counters. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talking about Katie Taylor in that last round. There's not. There's the bell to start round 7. That last round was a debacle. Let's see if she can get things righted here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
The jab doesn't quite connect. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? When you got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses, how do you deal with it?
This can be so frustrating when you're in with such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Got out of the way of that right hook. That counter shot lands. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talking about Katie Taylor in that last round. There's the bell to start round 8. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. She catches and counters. A straight right just misses. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have the quick burst, boom! In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Nice counter punch right up the middle. Can't find a home in that jab. Swing and a miss with that hook. That left-handed jab doesn't quite score. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Katie Taylor in that last round. And there's the bell for round 9. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you've hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. A lot of effort being exerted here. We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Sanisa Estrada is hurt. And down goes Estrada. We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
I've got to see that again.
Talk about Estrada in that last round. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath, and thought, right, brush it up.
Okay.
And there's the bell for round 10. Well, the corner will try and shake out the legs, dump some cold water on her, give her the motivational speech, but it's up to her, Johnny. She's got to find a way to dig deep and get back into this fight.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
There's a counter shot. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Nice counter punch. Parries that jab away. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Nice counter shot. Good counter punch. She misses with that jab. She needs to be careful that she doesn't punch herself out. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Talk about Katie Taylor in that last round. You've heard the old phrase, let's start 11. Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Nice counter. So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tear. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Incredible work rate. Punch, counter punch. Perfect counter shot. That right hook won't score. They exchange punches. Just missed with that hook. Their stamina is off the charts. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Tell you what, Katie. On to the 12. Let's see how much recovery they saw there in the last minute.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
This could be really intimidating, Todd, if you know somebody's got the punch.
And down goes Estrada. Imagine seeing this punch coming and not being able to do anything about it.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
So it's onward and upward after a knockout win here.
Well, there's no argument right there. You say it. Night-night.
Here we are, getting ready for this showdown. Here he comes, the Bronze Bomber, Deont.
This bout is scheduled for 15 rounds of boxing. In the red corner,
We've waited a long time for this fight. Here we go for round one. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. Those counter punches have to hurt. The perfect counter lands. This is a battle royale between two heavyweight bombers. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. Don't get caught up on how many many times this guy gets hit. He's a slugger, Johnny, and you know he's just waiting for his opportunity to strike back.
And when he's not just...
Whoa, Johnny! Big Eddie Hall took a big shot. And it appears the onslaught. Hold it right there. And the world's strongest man is stacked. The biggest of them all crashes to the canvas. I don't know. I got to take another look at that.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
One, two, three, four. Are you all right?
So the fight will continue, but what does the game plan have to look like now?
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your eagle's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round. Look at the big fella get rocked. Let's talk about Eddie Hall in that last round. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown. And here's the bell for round two. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Defense is not an option for these two. Straight right just misses. Beautiful counter shot. This is the type of fighter that would say, I don't even want rounds. Let's just fight until one of us can't stand up anymore.
Terrorize them into not wanting to throw a punch because they don't even see the shot leaving.
Punch, counter punch. And he just missed with that left jab. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. His stamina is off the charts. That left hook missed. Counter punch. Hold it right there. And the world's strongest man is staggered. The beast, Eddie Hall, is down. Let's watch that again in replay from a different angle.
That's lights out right there.
One, two, three, four, five, six. Continue.
Let's talk about Eddie Hall in that last round. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8. Let's get it started in round three. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Not sure why he's not using his reach advantage.
This is poetry in motion. If you've got a great jab, if you've got a long reach, I know. That was me. I'm admiring what I'm seeing here.
They exchange punches. Good counter punch. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Nice counter punch right up the middle. You'd like to see more jabs. Holding nothing back here in the round. Nice counter. Well, we know what the game plan is going to be for this fighter. He's got to stick and move and avoid the big shots from the bigger man.
There's an old saying, a good big one will always beat a good little one.
And Deontay Wilder just got clipped. And the bronze bomber goes down. As you can see, it was a hit to the head that did it. Let's watch it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Let's talk about Wilder in that last round. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
To make or break a fighter.
Let him back up the fight.
And there's the bell to start round 4. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with it.
Catch and shoot. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. Both men step back for just a moment. Big Eddie Hall took a big shot. They somehow weathered the storm.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit.
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere. Look at this. Look at the big fella get rocked. And Eddie Hall goes down. And as we see it again, there's no way to get up when you get clipped with a shot like that.
I need to see that again.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Come to me.
They got knocked down, but didn't stay down. Once again, do you believe this? The world's strongest man is down. Wow, that impact was incredible. Let's take another look at it.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
Accuracy, power, punch, perfect. That must hurt.